Good morning, Earth. The Earth says hello. Afternoon, evening, or night, depending on your time zone. You know what? I think I'm going to move this thing around real quick so that we don't have this sunlight in my face. Isn't that a beautiful view, though? Of the fact, did you know, you probably know this already, when you throw a stone into water, but be it a bucket of water, a lake, the ocean, now the ocean's harder because of all the waves, calm and still day like this, that ripple will travel out until it hits the shore or the edge of the bucket or whatever it is and bounce back to exactly where it started. Isn't that kind of neat? Let's turn this thing around so I can see what's going on. I can't see y'all guys. Hey guys. Hey Viking. Matt, you are a good person. There are some people who is cruel to you and leave nasty comments. Be strong. You are a good person. Thank you, Viking. Yeah, I don't worry about them. Most of those people, like I talk about a lot of times, they're just unhappy with something in their life and they're lashing out. When I hear that nowadays, it more just makes me sad for the person, understanding that there are things in their life, you know, those are just people that are in pain, you know, like a dog will bite you if you try and reach out and touch it, kind of thing. Let me turn this around real quick, guys. Don't want you to fall. Hang on. Let's see where you want to go. I guess let's just pull up over here by these trees. There we go, and that's better, isn't it? Sure is good to see y'all guys today. Oh, man. It is so weird that it is like November. If you look around, guys, it's like, it's summer here. Even the weather. I mean, it got cold a couple weeks ago, and it is cold up on the mountains. Down here in the valley, it is just the weirdest thing in the world. Even the trees don't know what to do. I drive by these orchards and like the leaves are still just yellow. They haven't fallen or anything. Hang on a second. I don't know why my bubble isn't coming up. Normally when y'all guys throw in a donation, it brings up a little bubble on the bottom that lets me know. It must be in the settings. I've been tampering around with the settings. That's why whenever I mess with a setting or something, I try and remember what I just did. Sometimes I will write notes. I'm like, I turned this off or I swapped this to that. That way, if the phone misbehaves, I can go back in, find it, and flip it back on and see if that was the issue. Yeah, nowadays, I'm just kind of like trying to make it work. You know what I mean? Sometimes, though, when I do that, I will even leave little footnotes to myself, like instructions of how I got to that setting. Because some of these back panel settings are tricky. You know, I must have done something last night. Oh, there's the bubble. That is so weird. Oh, and maybe some of them just go out faster than others. Creator, thank you so much, my friend. Creator dropped into the mission, guys. Bought a comment. Get your heart and a like. Said, you should do a fishing stream sometime. P.S. Hello, I've wanted to, Creator. I actually promised a lot of y'all guys that I was going to do fishing this year, and I feel really bad about not being able to do the things I tell you I'm going to. Hopefully I can get to doing something like that. I want to be stable by Christmas is the plan. A friend of mine even told me of a place out here in Loomis that I might be able to afford by Christmas. So fingers crossed. And then we could do like some ice fishing or something that might be neat. Let's see. Hey, Granny. How you doing? She's saying hey to Rebecca. Hey, Cassandra, Ozzy. Jamie Streak. Hey, Jamie. Love from London, Matt. Hey, shout out to London from the good old US of A. Task 93, it's a lot of waving. How you doing, Task? Now, see what I mean, guys? It's actually warm out here. I gotta shed this jacket. I got some stuff to do today. I gotta get my car cleaned. I started to say clean the house. I guess it's the same thing, right? And then I'm going out the road and I'm going shooting. I have a whole bunch of ammo, and I've been meaning to go target practicing for a while. I want to do it on a live stream. I want to show y'all guys this so that my friend knows that I care about them. Hang on a second. So I'm one of those guys, as y'all guys know, that it's difficult for me to keep things nice and everything. And so one of my friends, Britta, she sent me a birthday present. And all y'all guys have sent me like cards and stuff and things. I appreciate that so much. Just wanted to tell you about Britta. And so her present was like some shaving stuff, right? And it's really cool because she knows I like to stay clean shaved and look nice and everything. And so what I did, this is the little bag that she sent me to keep my shaving stuff in and everything. But what I did, I put that stuff in with my grooming kit, and I used this for my ammunition. I thought that she would get a kick out of that, actually, if she knew, because she knows that ammunition is obviously something important to me. And yeah, so I used this for all my ammo and everything. And I just think that it's really cool. I think it's about as gunslinger as you can get, because to have something nice, like, you know, like if we were in the Western times, but it would be like, she'd be like a lady, you know what I mean? Like wear the cool hat and the pretty dress and all that. And I'm sure she would be a gunfighter too, you know? But I just think that it's neat that in my world, which as you've seen is not very pretty, that I have something nice, you know? And I think it's neat that I keep the things that's important to me, like a good gunslinger, you know, my ammunition. So thank you, Britta. And thank you to all of y'all guys who have sent like birthday letters and care packages and stuff like that. My buddy MT, I want to shout out to him too. This is really filthy, but like when I was up on this is one of my like I'm using, it's a Batman towel, right? And he sent me several of them. I used them to keep myself clean. And then this one, it's actually for my engine. I keep it there so that like if something goes wrong on my engine, something's hot or something like that, I can use it, you know? So I just want to let y'all guys know how important you are to me and how much I care about how much you care. So I just thank you so much, guys. John, thank you, John. John dropped in $2 for the cause, guys. Bought a comment, said, "Hi, Matt, do you ever fish the lake there?" John, I tried about 2 years ago. I came down. Also, I fished over at Spectacle, which is right off of, hang on, my nose is itching out. I think I've got a paper towel on me, do I? Oh, I do. Yeah, and I found out that out there on the ocean, I can kill it, right? I'm a pretty good fisherman. But here, it's different. Lake fishing, when you cast out from the shore, I always seem to get my lure tangled up, or I reel it in too fast and nothing happens, or I reel it in too slow and I wind up bringing back eelgrass or pond grass. I don't know what you call it here in a lake. So I'm the kind of fisherman that's better for me to drop straight down onto them. Like, you know, on the ocean, I take a boat out, I drop my lure right straight down on top of the fish. They bite it, I reel them in. So I have to get better at that. I need to buy a pole, some lures and stuff, and then go get my fishing license. I thought when I got, so hang on, here's when I got my Discovery Pass that it was going to include a fishing license. But the fishing license is like an extra 30 something bucks. I needed to go get my benefits card, like my food stamp card, and that will reduced it down to like $5. That's just, I haven't done that. And right now in America, it's difficult because we've got this government shutdown and everything's got kind of like nuts, no benefits and stuff like that. And for the most part, I understand it. A lot of what we do out here, I'm not political or anything, right? But I can say that there's a serious problem still. I can identify a problem. I'm not going to point fingers, not going to really talk about it. But yeah, things are getting really, really hard out here for a lot of us. And so, yeah. So, I'll talk about that later. Roxanne Barden. Hi, Roxanne. Thank you so much, guys. I think Roxanne might be one of our silent observers out there. I need to come up with a better name for y'all guys. I was thinking because it's kind of like movie theater. I kind of think of it like a movie theater, right? And y'all guys just come in and you watch the show and you enjoy it and you clap at the end and you come back, right? And I think that that's great. I gotta come up with like a better name for y'all guys, because you deserve a name. I've always, I know I talk about it a lot when one of our silent observers pops, but I've always had this strong connection to y'all guys, because it's just, it's an experience. See, I like this because I get to know y'all guys and stuff. And so when I get a glimpse of y'all guys who have been here for so long that I haven't got to know, it just makes me really happy to think that you're there, Roxanne. And I thank you so much, guys. Let's get Roxanne some likes in here. I appreciate y'all guys so much. Appreciate the support, the encouragement, every single thing. Nerds, how the heck you doing, nerds? Cool. Erica in the house. Jesus say what? That's an awesome name, brother. Jesus say what? Yeah. Says cool. Right on. Thank you, brother. James Play is in the house. Hope you're having a great day, brother. I am, James. I'm having a pretty good day, my friend. Lady J, I was thinking about you just the other day. Good to see you in here. Lady J says, hi, Matt. Hope you're doing well. I am, lady. I'm doing pretty well. Just trying to do the next right things, you know? Doing right things isn't easy. Lots of times, it can come with indecision, difficulties, problems, affairs of the heart, tugging at you this way or that, right? Where's my lighter? Don't tell me I lost my fire. Humans have enjoyed fire for the past couple 100,000 years. Oh, there it is. Ripley, remember? But anyway, thank you, Lady J. Yes, I'm doing well. Like I said, I'm just trying to make the next right decisions. Really, I'm moving instinctually, but not in a negative instinct way, because so like I was watching a video a minute ago about survival situations, the collapses of society in the past, the way that people, natural human reactions and stuff. And I remember when I was a kid, when the boat would start sinking, everybody kind of like panicked. I remember this panicked feeling inside of me, and our instincts pull us the wrong way when we aren't experienced at dealing with high pressure situations. After we've done it a lot, it's like being trained for it. There comes this mellow time and a way that we retrain our instincts so that we can trust them better in the moment. And basically that's where I am right now, is I'm just moving with a positive reinforced instinct, choosing the best options and moving towards, you know, achievable goals at this moment. Yeah. So life is good. I find that life is what we make it, really, you know, and I'm all right with that. Plus, I got a lot of good friends here on this channel, and a couple quality friends here in my actual reality place. I got to say something about my buddy Aaron. This guy is like one of the best dudes I've ever met, honestly. Reminds me, and I know I talk about the Westerns and stuff a lot, but you know, I get a lot of my power and drive from that stuff, right? To me, it means something, especially when it's historical, right? And that's what I like about a lot of the old Westerns, is that they're taken from history. And so my buddy Aaron kind of reminds me of Billy the Kid style pals. You know what I mean? When he was like, pals are always there for each other. And yeah, so I just can't say enough about this dude, and like how he has helped me so much for no gain, just because he saw that there was a guy out here who was giving it everything. And I don't know, I don't want to talk for him. He's the kind of guy that he helps everybody, right? That's how I met him, was in a snowstorm out at the Loomis Quick Stop. My pickup truck died in front of the gas station, needed a jump to get home. Max didn't run really well at first. He had a lot of carbon buildup and a lot of gunk and stuff. And you know how an engine is when it sits for a long time without running. And Max was not in good shape. And I'm standing there knowing that I'm about to have to walk like 4 miles back home in the blizzard, then find some way to come back and with like the battery, right? I was like gonna take the battery out and haul it 4 miles back to the farm to get it charged, when all of a sudden I turn around and look, and this dude in a t-shirt walks out. I don't know if he had shoes on, man, right? But I remember clearly that he was in a t-shirt, and he walks across the street through this blizzard, and big smile on his face, and it's like, hey man, do you need help, brother? Right? And I'm like, if it wouldn't be trouble. And he pulled his old truck over there. He's got a really nice old red truck, right? And I jumped it off, and that was where I met Aaron for the very first time. This morning I woke up and he had left a note, right? And it's like, had to run, go take care of some stuff. Coffee's on the stove. Be sure to turn it off when you're done, right? Dude has opened up his home to me and shared his world. And one of these days, I am going to pay him back because people have helped me a lot in my life, right? For no reason and stuff. But this is different. This feels like Billy the Kid style pals. Like I said, it's like a apocalyptic wasteland, an oasis in an apocalyptic wasteland. You know what I mean? So I'm going to do this dude right. I told him too that as long as I am there, I am a really good guard dog. You can ask anybody that knows me. I am a very, very efficient guard dog. And so right now, that's all I've got for him, right? I can guard dog. But one of these days, if we ever hit it big, if we find the treasure or something like that, I am going to like really help this guy out because he's quickly become one of my best friends. And I don't think he watches my show. The other night he like found my channel and stuff. I was showing him on YouTube and all. I like it when my friends don't know and stuff sometimes. And because that's how Skate Girl was in the beginning. I'll never forget that. That was so cool. Jamie and I were walking up somewhere and she caught up to us, right? And she's like, what's Alaskan Bush People, right? And I'm like, I don't know. Is that some TV show or something? And she's like, I guess. And like skated on, right? And I just like that. Yeah, but no, I showed him my show last night. I showed him the one where Jamie and I go out to the lake with Cubby and everything. And that was pretty cool. Yeah. Big Sky Mom, MT. Awesome name, Big Sky. I love that. Let me get you a heart and a like. Big Sky threw in $20 for the mission, guys. Bought a comment and says, you're in my containers. Keep smiling. Thank you, Big Sky. I can use those continued prayers. Good vibes, good feeling, a slap on the back, you know, all of it right now is definitely very important to me, and I thank you so much. Yeah, it's not easy, you know what I mean? I do find that I don't talk about much, right? I don't like to drive people away because a lot of people talk about it a lot, and a lot of those people that talk about it a lot don't walk the walk, you know what I mean? And so I try and just walk. But I will say that lots of times in life, things come together in a way that I feel is some form of fate or destiny. You can get locked up for it if you really say it too much and stuff, but I do feel like in some way I'm on a mission from God. You know what I mean? Watched the Book of Eli not long ago. That's a great story. And yeah, so I thank you for your continued prayers and support, my friend. Pink Lady, how you doing, Pink? Pink says, hope all is good, Matt. It is, Pink. Granny says, you gotta stay in the positive. Yes, hoorah, right on. The positive mentality, it is proven. Okay, so I'll go with this real quick, just so it's quick and easy. It's proven that a positive mentality in any kind of situation spells the difference in victory or defeat, survival or loss, even in the face of loss, and even in the face of ultimate doom. A positive outlook and a positive attitude can change things. So my brothers and I growing up, and my sisters, we had Tide books. So a Tide book is a small book about yay big by yay big, and it has all the days of the year, and it has the phases of the moon, and it tells you when the tide will be raising and when the tide will be setting or lowering, going down. And then also some fishing tips. In the back of it, it shows fishing knots, how to tie your hook and stuff for what different kind of fish you're fishing for, what kind of different line you might be using or hook, etc. And then in the very last 2 pages, pinned in green, there are little comic book strips drawn and small explanations of what to do if you ever fall in the water or if your boat sinks, if you wind up in the ocean, basically, with no help and nobody. And it says things like pull your knees up to your chest, and hold them with your arms. That will help keep your core warm because it keeps that blood and stuff in there. It keeps the water away a little bit more and it keeps you warm. It tells you to keep your head out of the water as much as you can. It tells you the proper way to put on your life jacket or your survival suit. A survival suit is like a wetsuit. It's like a space suit, actually. They're the coolest things. And those will keep you alive too. In the end, though, in large, bold print on the very back page, it says, your will to survive will make the difference. And that's how I see life. That is true. And I have found it to be true myself in life. One time I was out walking up to the cabin. I don't think I'm even going to tell the story. Yeah, I think I'm not going to tell that story maybe. But I'll just tell you this much. Yes, the will to survive and a positive attitude in the face of adversity will most certainly dictate the outcome of your survival rate. Bucky says, Matt, I'm praying for you. Thank you, brother. John Barton talking to R. Brown. Brenda Lee, how you doing? Brenda says, hey to everybody. Guys, I got to drop down to the bottom here in a second, so I'm current with y'all guys. This goes so fast. Hi, Lisa Haley. Hi, it's good to see you out there. Thank you for all of your comments and for your interest in the channel. I'm so glad that you're here today. Hey, if it was me you're saying hi to, I am saying hi to you. Hi. Hey, Patriot, how you doing? Timber. Y'all guys falling trees today? TSGTUSAF says, sup, Matt? Everything, brother. Everything is sup right now. But that's all right, because so am I, right? Every day above ground, brother. Consus Cataly's Couch. That's a cool name. I assume your name is Cataly. Hello, Cataly. It's a very pretty name. I hope I'm not messing it up. And you're like, no, my name is Sue. Right? It's a very pretty name, though. Pam, sorry, okay, you're talking to Pam. Totally cool. That's all right. I love the way y'all guys have formed so many friendships in here and stuff. I try and leave you alone too when I see it. When I see y'all guys talking or when I see like correspondence or something, I try and leave y'all guys alone and let you just kind of like have your day, you know, have your conversation. Adina, hello, Adina. Thank you so much for your encouragement and your support. Thank you for your comments and your uplifting attitude, the way that you have been so kind here, not just to me, but to everybody. I really appreciate you. So Adina dropped in a buck, guys, for a comment and said nothing. She's one of those, and I appreciate that so much. Like I said, I appreciate the comments I see from you on my other videos and stuff. I love the fact that it kind of feels like you're a silent observer who I have come to get to know a little bit, and that to me is really special. Hope I'm not embarrassing you. Thank you so much for being here, my good friend. Cara's 210 says, I like your stories, Matt. Thank you, my friend. Oh, about stories, I am going to finish the squirrel story very soon. It's the second part of my story about the Alaskan squirrel. It is a remake or an adaptation to my dad's story about his squirrel. I was trying to tell it to myself last night so I can break it down into chapters so I can tell it to y'all guys the right way. It's going to be like a full-length movie. It's going to be about a 2-hour story like the first one was. And I think that you're going to enjoy it. I didn't really write it as much as I experienced the story itself and then kind of put it into words. So like you know how when you're making a story, I guess, it kind of adapts itself and it goes in places you would never really think, and one thing feeds off of the next and all. And I find that I think it's going to be a really good story. Somehow I've mixed a lot of stuff that I enjoy. I've mixed So you remember back in the day when they did the children's stories and the cartoons and stuff, then they were a little bit intense, right? Like they had messages and stuff in those stories that they would never put in anything today. And they were so real and right. And I think in ways they prepared us before we were prepared for the difficulties and hardships of life. And I find that there aren't many of those in my opinion, of those stories out there that show true character transformation, that show learning from our mistakes, that show blood, and that show the difficulty and the bad guy and the cruel intent of the world and the perseverance of the weak, you know? And so I'm trying to do one of those. And I think it's going to be all right. Now, I want to tell you, too, don't worry, all right? This is the end. The story is the end. However, there are prequels. There are going to be stories in between the beginning and the end that I think y'all guys are going to enjoy. They're going to be a little more lighthearted, a little bit more fun. But what I've done with this one, it mixes a lot of the stuff that I like. Some parts of it are Westerns. Some parts of it are cartoons. Some parts of it are just the things I like, you know what I mean? And I think that you're going to enjoy it. I've got to tie in right now. So in the middle of the story, there's one part where I've got to kind of make it make sense. Because like I said, the story kind of built itself. I have not seen one of those rigs in a long time. Right on, bro. That's freaking cool. That is awesome. Reminds me of the movie not Short Circuit. What was it? All the vehicles and appliances and stuff come alive. I can't remember what the name was, but yeah, it was a good looking old truck. I mean, I don't like them, honestly. Like growing up and stuff, I didn't like the way that they look and everything. But now, versed against everything else, when I see it rolling down the road, I feel like it's part of my own spirit or something, right? That was totally cool. It's one of those flat nose trucks, you know, just hauling a cattle car and everything. Squirrel. Allmax, how you doing, Allmax? It's good to see you in here today. Allmax dropped in $5 for the channel, guys. Let me get you a heart and a like. Everybody try and get Allmax a like here. Bought a comment, said, Matt, this is my account. Nerds, for some reason, anyway, stay strong, brother. It gets rolling fast in here, especially when we've got a lot of haters. It wasn't intentional, I don't think. Because our moderators, we've got 3 moderators, Nerds, Erica, and Britta. And when things start moving really fast, Allmax, like if one of them blocks somebody, but the other one had already hit it on their end because of the delay, it might block somebody else. So that's probably what happened. I will go in as soon as I get everything up and running again, and I'll get you out of there. We call it the YouTube jail. I think there's upwards of 1,000 people in there now, which it kind of reminds me of the Ghostbusters, the drop tank, right? Where they would take and put the ghosts and stuff. And every now and then I used to go through there and I would let people out. So I would sit there and I'd be like, now, of course, there was someone like, oh my God, no, that's the biggest ghost we ever caught, right? But sometimes I would sit there and I'd let them out and see if they came back. Yeah. And so we'll get you out of there, my friend. I'm glad that you're here. And Midge, we're working on getting you out of there too. There's a couple more people that have told me that their other accounts wound up in there too. It's just so this channel's gotten big and moves a lot, and it's hard sometimes, you know. Here, Allmax, thank you. Like I said, you've always been a great supporter, brother, and kind in the chat. Michigan Tim is in the house. How you doing, Tim? It is so good to see you out there, bro. I gotta drop down now, guys. I know you're waiting for me. I feel so bad skipping comments. Double lead. I love it, whatever it is. Whether it's double lead or dub lead, I completely love that name. That is awesome. Lead is my favorite metal, actually. It is my favorite precious metal. And yeah, it's high quality lead is just something, it's an art, you know? Shit. I'm sorry. I'm full of it, guys. But I'm actually not really even joking. So Dubled says, how are you? I'm doing well. I'm doing really well, my friend. It's a good day. I've got quality friends. Had breakfast over at the Quick Stop. Got a line on a place to stay, and I am thinking my projection. Normally, my projections when I'm counting solely on things that are rock solid and myself, right? And y'all guys are my rock solids too. Always work out. Normally, once I hit the ground, it doesn't take me as long as it has now to get back. When it does, I just keep working, right? So my projection is by Christmas, I will have my own place. I'm going to have my own shower, my own kitchen, my own bed, my own door, my own roof, my own heat, my own food. You know, I don't want to sound selfish, but me by Christmas is the goal, right? How do I know this for sure? I wrote Santa Claus and told him I really need a house. I'm like, dude, I haven't written you in like 30 years. You think you could do me a favor? I need a home. So it's in the bag. Cheers, guys. Shit. No, I'm working hard towards it. Don't worry. That's not actually my plan. I mean, it'd be great if it worked out. But I'm sure he's got connections, right? But I think I'm probably going to have to do this one on my own. List for a few years. Yeah. That's a hard list to get off of, too, I'll tell you. It's like there's no application form, no appeals. Yeah. I can use the coal, though. Coal burns really nice. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I know. Oh, that is a cool emoji. Whoa. Leah Latable Latali, it's a beautiful name. Dropped in $20 to support the cause. Guys, bought an emoji. It's really cool. It's a cyborg. Pardon me, a cyborg hippopotamus, right? And it has a guided missile on its shoulder and like a viewfinder eye and a robot pincher arm. And it's just like looking around doing the pincher thing with its thing zooming in and tracking and stuff. That is so cool, Leah. Thank you so much for your support, my friend. I'd like to screenshot that. I mean, I'd almost get that as a tattoo. That is really nice. I gotta get me another tattoo one of these days. I'm not sure what I'm gonna get, you know. I try and not go overboard with it. Because I like the placement of all my tattoos, and they're forever, right? So it's like, I don't really have anything on my chest or anything. I focused mainly on my arms and my back. I'm definitely thinking about getting another tattoo. I've got a friend in Orville. He's like me, right? He's like a lot of us. We're street, right? And he's a tattoo dude. And so what I was thinking about doing was getting the firing sequence for a 350 Chevy engine tattooed to my arm somewhere, right? That way in the apocalypse, while everybody else has turned into a pedestrian, I can find a mechanic and fix my ride. And then when the mechanic is like, yeah, Matt, but we don't have the firing sequence, I can be like, ha, right? I mean, something like that could be very valuable. Yeah. Okay, get you a heart and a like. Pin Pinecone 66, cool name. Pinecone, rock and roll. Pinecone dropped in $5. Support the channel, guys. Bought a comment. I got you a like and a heart, guys. Let's get Pinecone a like here. It says you should write a tell-all book. I'm gonna write a book. Pinecone. So the first book I'm going to write is going to be more like my life knowledge is what I want to do. I want to write a book about knowledge, kind of like a philosopher. I think myself as a philosopher, maybe not a good one, but you know how like in the days of rock and roll, everybody was in their garage trying to play rock and roll, right? And we had some that were really good and everybody else just had fun. And then later, 20, 30 years later, they'd talk about it to their friends and it was really cool and hip, right? And that's kind of how I feel the days of the great philosophers were. Everybody was into philosophy, but some of them were just really good. And thinking of myself as a philosopher, I kind of think that I'm like moderate, you know, kind of like maybe a little bit over mediocre, but not really great. However, I have found something in life that has worked. I do have a philosophy and a system. It's all things I've taken from other places and some things I've learned through my own observation. And that's the first book that I want to write. I want to make it short, though, because I'm a follower. I'm not even a follower. I am a student of Sun Tzu, who wrote the book, The Art of War, right? And I love the way that he condensed so much knowledge into so few pages. Like one of my favorite authors, right, Robert Greene, wrote his books, and they're like 400 or 500 pages. In total respect, they are in-depth, great reads from a very intelligent man, right? Now, Sun Tzu, though, he took massive amounts of knowledge, the amount of knowledge that you would put into a 400 or 500 page book, and he put it into 13 chapters. Each chapter is one page. Literally, when I first printed out The Art of War, I was expecting to have a manuscript, right? And I wound up, I was like 13, right? First time I ever went to the library. I wound up printing out 13 pages. And whereas that saved ink and money, I was surprised by it. But then after a lifetime of reading it and really starting to understand it through my own experiences, because we have to be able to relate to science. If we can't relate to science, just stereo instructions, right? And whereas I had memorized it, I could not relate to it at that age. But that's what I want to do. I want to find some way to condense like all of the great knowledge that I have and leave the rest for the reader to find themselves through their own experiences. And so write something that's like, I don't think I could do 13 pages, but I think that I could probably do like 50, you know, write more of a pamphlet than a book. Then when I get older, I'm saving the story. I feel like I've looked at a lot of those stories to get turned into movies from people in the past and everything. And those guys, they didn't write anything when they were really kind of young. You know, they wrote when they got into like their 70s and 80s, right? And I'm thinking about doing something like that. I might write my life story then. I think a lot of stuff will chill out and a lot of my perspective will change in a way that I could do it in an honorable and true fashion so that like I'm not bound up by all of the things that I think, feel, and experience now, if you know what I mean. It's like looking at a story, looking back is a lot better and different than living in it, which is something else I talk to y'all guys about, because I try and live in it now as if I am looking back, you know? So yeah, I got a life storybook coming out one of these days. But it's going to focus more, like back in the day, they wrote about everything, you know? And nowadays, with the world being and all, I'm going to try and just be more respectful and write from pretty much just my point of view, you know, even to those that I don't like, you know, I'm still going to respect their, I would say feelings, but everybody's so touchy-feely nowadays. Their experience. I'm going to try and respect their experience, you know what I mean, and not damage their experience at all. I think we'd be a lot better off in this world if we thought about the damage we do. And, you know, yeah, that's just me. And so I do, unless somebody gets in my way. You know what I mean? And even then, it's all right to walk around sometimes, as long as there's another way around. It's nice. There's a little bit of snow out on the very mountain out past here. I don't think y'all guys could see it or I'd show you, but we got like a couple hills in front of me and then a mountain. It's a low elevation mountain. And behind that, there's a higher elevation mountain, just the peak sticking up. And there's snow on that. So it'll probably start heading this way pretty soon. All the weather that we've gotten so far is coming in from the coast, so it's blowing in from Seattle and everything, and normally when it comes up from that direction it's just wet and warm, you know, which is really what we've been experiencing. So I figure that as soon as we get something coming down from Canada, that's when winter is actually going to start. Now whether or not it sticks, I don't know. I mean, the sun on my arm right now is actually, it's warm. What's this? Ashley. Hi, Ashley. How are you doing today? Oh my goodness, my friend. Thank you so very much. Ashley dropped in $50 to support the cause, guys. Man, I don't even know what to say, Ashley. That is like the most considerate thing. Some of y'all guys just go so far beyond. And when y'all guys do this, when y'all guys drop in, like, everything that you use, right? Parts of that go not towards me, not towards our channel, not towards the gasoline. It goes towards other people, because I feel that that is the advantage to having the ability to resource with so many people. So like, when you drop stuff like this, it goes towards our people too. And in building the success of the channel too, if we ever get big enough that like real revenue starts coming in beyond just what we do, we're going to help other people. We're going to get people off the streets. We're going to write things. We're going to help the children that have grown up out there, right? Because that's what they still are. The people that have been out there since they were children are still children. They have merely survived until now, is how I look at it. We're going to house people, feed people, make sure people are warm, help them feel better about themselves, help them escape the hell that can be out there, you know? There's not enough runway, but there will be. Matt, put towards getting a place. Your lives save me daily. I appreciate you more than words can say. Stay you. Hoorah, Ashley. Thank you so much. Yeah, I will. It's going to be all right. I appreciate you. Yeah, thank you for your encouragement and your support and your kind words. That really helps me a lot of times. I'm sorry, you know. Thank you, Ashley. Ada talking to little dude talking, little dude talking to Ashley. Michigan Tim, hoorah Tim. Patriot talking to Erica. Cicely talking to Granny. Y'all guys are so freaking awesome. Mr. Anderson says, I believe your family show fake. Not fake. So like, it was all real. It's not scripted. Now, some of the producers did take liberties in some seasons, setting stuff up a bit ahead of time, right? So like, they would write out an idea of what we were going to do the next day, and some parts of that to me felt a little bit more staged than just running out and seeing what happened. And most of those producers, and they were all good, don't get me wrong, but we had a couple that they didn't have as much faith, I guess, in the fact that if you just film the day, something's going to happen. You know what I mean? And so it wasn't fake or really scripted. It's just a couple of areas here and there. Some of the producers decided that they were going to take liberties. Nothing against them. I enjoyed all of my producers. I learned something from every single one of them, and I have utilized that experience now in my modern life to be able to make something out of it, you know, that goes beyond myself, goes beyond us, you know. Little dude talking to Addie. Alexandra talking to Ashley. Y'all guys freaking rock. I just love seeing this. I was going to try and head out to Orville today, and we were gonna try and do a music madness. However, I've got some stuff here now today that I've got to take care of. I'm going to call Jamie after this. It's just the way that things have gone with me. I have to support those who have supported me. And when friends need help and everything, I feel that I just have to be there for them. And so I'm going to spend this weekend out here, guys. Jamie, if you're watching, I'm sorry I didn't call you first. But yeah, I've got to give back at this point, and then we're going to do it Monday is what I'm figuring. Like I said, I'll call Jamie. I think, see, we've got to work around the girls. Jamie's girl, nice freaking Peterbilt. anyway, their school schedule. And so we're going to do it Monday. I got to call her again and make sure of this. My plan is to do it Monday and I do it earlier. I'm thinking if we were to rock and roll like around 5 o'clock p.m. our time, that's North Pacific here in Washington, USA, that it would be really good. We'd get a lot more people from over the seas because lots of times y'all guys are asleep, right, when we play it late here. And it's going to be good. Like I said, it's just, I'm at this point in my life where so few people have been there for me that when somebody needs me to be there for them, there's nothing that'll keep me away. You know, hell, high water, lack of whatever, it doesn't matter. And so I just got to give that support back. You know, that's so important in life. I used to be the person who I just needed the support all the time, like when I was younger. Then I finally got to a point where I could give it back. And now I'm to the point again where it's like I've got the support. And so just to be able to give the support back in the smallest of fashion means something to me very strong, you know? Yeah. I like to be there for those who are there for me, you know? And Jamie is one of them. Jamie has been there. Like, she is a massively important part of my life. I was trying to tell her the other night that, like, I'll always be there for her. You know what I mean? Like, whatever it is, anything, you know? Because, yeah, she changed my life, too. You know, so many of y'all guys have changed my life. Yeah. I don't want to get all sappy about it. Gotta get some tobacco. I think I've got another bag of it in the back of my truck. Shit. Everything is in the back of my truck, guys. Like, everything. And why isn't is in the passenger seat over here? And I am not showing you today. This is not, it is not pretty at all. This is like, yeah, I gotta get this shit cleaned up. Pardon my language. All right. I love here with y'all guys. I can't believe we're already at 48 minutes, to tell you the truth. You know? I'd sit here with you all day if I could. Hell, I practically can. What is this? Viking, are you sure? Oh my God. Is that accurate? Viking, I don't know what to say. I'm completely stunned right now. Okay, that is like life-changing. Guys, Viking threw in $2,000. Now at the exchange rate, I'm not sure exactly what that comes to. I don't know what to say right now. Let me heart and like. I'm a little bit flabbergasted, which is American for stunned. Viking threw in $2,000 and said, haha, I made it, Matt. Fuck. Haha. Yeah. Wow. Okay, Viking, that, like I said, after I got to figure out, I got to write that down. This is like really important. That's, we can use that. That's going to go towards the fund. That right there, Viking, is going to go towards the fund. Because you didn't just help me a lot. You just helped other people who, I'm sorry. Just give me a second. Okay, I don't know what to say. Thank you very much. That's all I know to say. I'm like I said, I'm a little bit stunned. Okay, we'll figure this out. Viking, thank you so much. And I'll message you from Jamie's. All right, when I get into town, I'm gonna message you from Jamie's, and we're gonna figure this out. Like, there's things going on in the background that like I run and everything myself, and I don't really bring up to y'all guys and stuff, and things that I worry about and all involved in the things that we've built together here, and the mission that kind of failed when a lot of other supporters pulled back, and I wound up having to take it all onto my own shoulders. And so I'm gonna message you from Jamie's, and yeah, we're gonna figure this out. Thank you so much, Viking. So that's all I'm gonna say. All I'm gonna do is sit here and completely veg out if I don't move on. Thank you. Oh my God. Praise Jesus. There's something. You remember earlier I was saying it's kind of like we're on a mission from God, right? And yeah, don't tell your shrink that. It's one of the main things that they look out for, right? And I would know. But I feel that all of us in life somehow we're on a ride. It's like being on a ride, or I want to say like in a test or something. It's not a test. It's destiny. You know what I mean? Destiny. And it's moments like this where I realize, like, y'all guys make me realize every day, and that's why I like to talk to you here. It's moments like this, though, that I realize that all of us are tied together, and they in history, looking back, right? If we look back 100 or 50 years or something like that, from here we can't see where everything's going, where every little thing that so many people do tie into be something huge. And I feel that that's where we are a lot of times, is that if we were 100 or 200 years from now looking back, that you, not anybody else, I'm talking to you, and I mean each and every one of y'all guys, right? Not just Viking, not just James, not just Ashley, not just Jamie, not just any of y'all guys, but all of you, right? Tied together with fate and destiny, and something that when we look back, I pray, I hope, is going to be something monumental, something that makes a difference in the world beyond just our own selves, if that makes any sense. Because I know that you've all made a huge difference on me, and I know that our channel together, y'all guys have made a huge difference with each other and others at the same time, because this reflects out. I'll never forget the first time that we did Music Madness together. It was Music Madness Celebration 2023. Yeah. Christmas time music. And then New Year's rolled over, and I came up with the idea that we were going to do a 24-hour broadcast celebrating every single place on the planet that turned 2024. I believe it was 2024. I want to say 2023, but I think it was 2024. And our channel did that. We broadcast for about 18 hours. I had a problem with the Wi-Fi. Everybody was jamming up. There were so many people broadcasting, and YouTube is worldwide. And so we broadcast literally for about 18 hours straight. I was able to get a couple-hour nap in between because of Wi-Fi issues. And we broadcast, I'm not going to name the countries, but we broadcast into countries that are not free. That their people are not free. Right, and that they are censored, and they can't listen to a lot of music, and they can't watch a lot of things, and they can't think for themselves and stuff. And the resistance there is simply to be able to think for oneself, right? And we broadcast in our show music of freedom into places where that doesn't go. And I thought that that was something else. I thought that, and I still think that kind of shows what we can do to change the world one little bit at a time. I'm long-winded. I am. James Play, how you doing, brother? I know y'all guys, I'm reading off comments from a while ago now because y'all guys move so fast, and I feel so bad for those who get skipped. I wish that I could read and answer every single comment. In fact, that hurts me. Sometimes I think about what if somebody had something that they really needed to say and I didn't hear it. You know what I mean? But that's why y'all guys are so cool, because I know that y'all guys are there. You're there right now currently for each other. And so if there is somebody, y'all guys take care of it. You jump in, right? Hoorah. Piece of cake. I've replaced saying hoorah with the saying piece of cake. I'll explain that later. I've explained it in other videos. James says, yeah, I'm getting older. I'm 57 and had it rough for a few years now. This puts a smile on my face when I see it's live. Cool, James. Right on, bro. You know what? I am right behind you, man. But I think that there are so many different ways to embrace that slowing down a little bit, you know, because like me, you know, I focus on a lot of my heroes from the past and from cinema and stuff. And recently I realized that most of them, dude, are like you and I, right? They're not whippersnappers anymore, right? And this is our time in life, I think, where we are responsible to put in the things that we have learned, the hardships we have defeated, to move forward in a positive way. Like you, James, here with me, with us, you share your experience, your knowledge, and your wisdom. Even if it is just in kindness, you are an excellent example of humanity. And I just want you to know that. I hope you know that. And I thank you for being there. And your comment also, like I said, it really reflects on me a lot of stuff that I've been thinking about a lot of times. You know, I am moving slower too, man, you know, and things hurt in the winter. I'll tell you, I could feel the sky going clear up last night. My knee problems are a little fixed, right? I used to have bad knee problems and I started working them and stuff, which is a Band-Aid. But my right knee last night could feel, I had this little twinge. I'm like, crap, I think the weather's going to change, right? But I mean, that's kind of a superpower, right? Yeah. Hoorah, James. Nerds talking a Viking. Y'all guys are so cool. Hey, Tammy, how you doing? Charlene. Jenna. Hey, Jenna. Hi, Jenna. Hi, Matt from Georgia. Hi, back at you from Washington. Good to see you. Shout out to the mods. Let's see. Through. In Norway, we use this Viking woman. Cool, Viking. Thank you. In Norway, we use kroner. We are not in EU. So 2,000 kroner is $200. Okay. That makes me feel better. You know, Matt, that I wanted to share my settlement with you. I know, Viking. I know, and I thank you for that. Man, thank you so much. You've always been such an important member here and so nice. And not nice, kind. For me, nice and kind are different. You know, I mean, you're a kind and good person who's always been an important member of this channel, and I thank you for that. Thank you for sharing with me, and thank you for making it possible for us to continue doing what we do out here, to grow stronger, to be able to continue to help others. Also, I want to give a big shout out to our friend Bill and our friend Rebecca, who right now are helping donate to buy coats for people here in the town too. We found a gentleman who takes care of a young kid, and they both need coats, and it's getting cold out here. So I want to thank everybody out there for being part of the mission. Your support, whether it's monetary donations, hitting the like button, hyping the video, or just being kind here in the chat, you know, is something that has made this. This is your channel. I am simply the pilot. You know what I mean? And I appreciate y'all guys so freaking much. Thank you, Viking. Like I said, I always love your music. Whenever I need some power, right, I'll play one of your songs. And I know I say it a lot, but you're Vikings, right? I mean, if your stuff doesn't instill the desire to either row all day long or accept defeat in battle, right? I don't know what does. YouTube does this thing here. I don't know if it does it for everybody. It's bound to. But we've played so much music on Music Madness that that sometimes the algorithm will put together a playlist for me. It's mainly the stuff that I search daily, right? Like a lot of my power music and stuff. But then because of Music Madness and all of y'all's requests and your musical taste and everything, the algorithm for me is very advanced. So it doesn't just play like some rock and roll and some blues or something, right? And every now and then hit me with some jazz. It plays y'all's music. And I think that that is the neatest thing, because when I miss y'all guys, when I miss what we do out here together, I turn that playlist on, I'll sit and listen to it for an hour, 2 hours or something, and it's y'all's too. And I just think that that is the neatest freaking thing in the world, how it is reflected on us here in this channel. Isn't that cool? Yeah, I wanted to tell you about it. I was thinking, because like I'm just trying to find some way to get to join up with y'all. As I said, we're gonna play at Jamie's, you know, traditional music madness. But I wanted to at some point do one like a madness from the car, where we don't do requests. We simply play the playlist that YouTube has created. And I think that that would be really neat. Stop like every third song or something and talk to each other and then keep on playing. I think that would be, what did the kids say back in the day? Fire, right? I can't believe I'm saying back in the day. I was like 5 years ago. Shout out to all the young people out there too. I want y'all guys to know how much respect I have for y'all guys. This world is not easy. We had it. I'm not going to say we had it easier. However, we did have not more support. There was something different. I'm just going to say that there was something different, and that y'all guys do a very good job of coping in this modern world and supplying the things that you need that maybe you don't get given. Most of those are mental. Most of those are spiritual. You know, when I say spiritual, I mean the locked in side of us, the understanding and the relatability and the reliability. And so I just want to shout out to the younger people out there too right now, and say that I believe in you. I think that with all the bullshit in the world and everything, that you're the one it, because all of us, we're out here trying to survive it, right? Our worlds were different and they've become this, and I tell you, I'm just as confused, I think, as a lot of people are most of the time, but y'all guys have an inside look, and by the time that you get to here, right, you're gonna fix the world. I believe in you, and I thank you for being there. I don't often talk about that. I think a lot of people give y'all guys a lot of shit a lot of times, and I just want you to know that there are some of us out here who believe in you. Okay, so thank you for being there. To all of our younger viewers, piece of cake. Sue Manson. Hi, Sue. It's good to see you today. I hope that you're doing well. I love the name Sue. You ever hear Giant Cash, the boy named Sue? That's a good story right there. Yeah, let me get you a heart and a light, guys. So Sue dropped in $10 to support the cause. Somebody else was asking what the cause is. The cause is to keep the channel going and growing, because the channel helps others. We do a good thing out here, putting out positivity, understanding, trying to change the world for the better. A butterfly just flew across my dash. Look at that. Did you see it? Yes, those are donuts sitting on the dash of my cop car. Shout out to all my police friends, guys. Yeah, I know I'm going to get shit for that next time I see you. I know all the cops in Orville, right? There it is. It's still flying around. That's so cool. And yeah, a couple of them, like I talk to them right now and then, right, and they always give me shit. Pardon my language, but they do. And yeah, so that was not intentional. But I'm definitely going to get some crap over it. All right, so Sue, thank you, Sue. Sue says, God bless you. 100 and a bunch of waving hands. God bless you, Sue. Thank you so much for being there, and I'm so glad to see you today, my friend. Hi. Keep on rolling, guys, because I gotta go pretty soon. Like I said, I want to go do some shooting and stuff. I need to call Jamie after this. What's our battery? Let me check our battery. 57. That's not bad. I think that there's that butterfly again, that I deleted that app that was running in the background, because I had one app that was taking up massive memory and stuff, and it is hard to do. It is hard to get in here and take some apps out, but I think that I got it, and that's why our battery's not running down as fast. That I'm gonna have to catch up with y'all guys, and then here. I got some stuff to do. I got a friend that I gotta like help and stuff, and it's gonna be good. It's already good. That little butterfly just loves my car. Oh, that's so neat. Pardon me. And there it goes. There's a poem about a moth that I enjoy. It's so another book that I read. Hey, I'm just giving it away now. I read a lot of stuff. I don't believe all of it, but I find that everything has a kernel of wisdom, or other wouldn't exist. It wouldn't last as long as it does if there wasn't some form of truth in it. One of my favorite books is titled The Wisdom of Psychopaths, written by Kevin Dutton. It is an excellent read. It is not what the title would suggest. It talks about how the psychopathic mentality or subset of reality in our society isn't always a negative thing, that there are lots of people that you wouldn't believe who are on that spectrum, such as, let's say, the firefighter who shows up to a house. It is burning. There's somebody trapped inside. Everybody else is like, you can't go in there. But this firefighter breaks in the windows and goes in anyway. A lot of our military, right? The ones that were a lot of people would cut and run. Instead, they jump into the fight and they save the country, right? A lot of airline pilots and stuff. The dude that landed on the moon, right? All these people who respond in different ways than normal, right? And so it's a book about, how does he say it? Kevin says it's spies, saints, and serial. Yeah, I don't know. The algorithm might get me on that one. But in the very end, there, and it's a good read. I would recommend reading it. Let's say I've read it probably 20, 30 times, but that's how I do the books. I think that there's something in there, right? In the very end, though, Kevin Dutton, the author, decided to put a poem about a moth. And it talks about the moth and how the moth seeks the flame. Basically, it's a very beautiful little story. It fits the book. It's a little bit, but in the end, the guy goes, all I know is that I wish that I wanted something as badly as that moth wanted to fry itself. And I don't know why the butterfly just kind of like reminded me of that. But isn't it nice in life to have goals and dreams, things that pull us through the fire, pull us through the hardships of life, to simply pursue as an inward drive, a goal, something that keeps us going through fear, anxiety, doubt, pain, the whole nine. And I try and latch to that. I think that I have an inward drive. I think that we all have that inward drive that will propel us through the hardships of life to achieve the ultimate goal, right? I just feel bad for the moth. But guys, damn, you know what I mean? Addie, hi Addie. Addie says, I'm here because of the episode where you told Gabe you needed to leave. Your eyes were speaking more than your words. Thank you, Addie. I don't know what to say. I'm just going to say thank you. Yeah, we got to do the hard things, For me, that's why I talk about relapse and stuff. And my channel isn't about success. My channel isn't about a win. It's about not giving up. And I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being there. Lee says, Matt, you're real, and that's why people like you. Thank you, Lee. Back at you. Back at you, Lee. Michael, P8U4K. It's funny, I hang out and chat that I go back, watch, listen, and hype. Man, thank you. That is such a big thing. I hear, and it has helped so much. I got a shout out to Jamie, right, my friend, for reminding us all about the hype. And yeah, that has made such a huge difference, my friend. Thank you so much. Like I said, without everything that y'all do, this would just be another stupid YouTube channel about some guy living in his car, you know. So I appreciate it. Tricky says, much love to you and the entire Brown family. Thank you, Tricky. Pink Lady says, so nice of you, Ashley. Right on. Reze says, California. Hey, shout out to California. Been there. I love California, to tell you the truth. It changed a little bit after COVID and everything, and it's not a place where I would want to live forever. However, it is a place that I enjoy visiting very much. I've always felt connected to California through Hollywood and the film industry. You know, I grew up basically in complete and total isolation, and the only way that I could experience the world was through a box of VHS tapes, and every night we would watch a movie. And so being able to be part of Hollywood through the show, through my own experiences, through my recovery at the Betty Ford Recovery Center, I feel very tied to California. And so shout out to California. Y'all guys rock. Yeah, just keep moving. That's all I can say, right? Don't, when the earthquake hits, don't make new seacoast. You know what I mean, my friend? Yeah, may California live forever. Right on. Michigan Tim. Hey, Michigan. I gotta roll through now, guys, because I am so behind, as I'm like probably an hour ago. Cheryl Zambuli. Hi, Cheryl. Love your last name. That is beautiful. Wow. So Cheryl put in $20 for the cause, guys, to support the channel. Bought a comment. Let me give you a heart and a like. Cheryl says, my son is going through a very terrible time. Listening to you helps lift my spirit. Thank you. Thank you, Cheryl. I know exactly how that is. I don't know your son's circumstances. I do know that when we go through hardships and difficulties, no matter what it is, whether it is substance related, whether it's life related, trauma, post-traumatic stress, whatever the issue is, it all brings a lot of the same feelings, a lot of the same difficulties and stuff. And a lot of times the difference, in my opinion, the difference in success is the support. And I am glad to know that your son has a good person like you there for him. I think difficulties make us stronger, and your son is going to be okay. Grow from these difficulties, come to understand a part of life and himself that rarely people get to understand and grow from. And then he will do, I pretty much guarantee it, because this is how it works for most people that go through struggles like that. He will turn to help others through his own experience, who are at the time going through the same. And I thank you so much for your words of encouragement. Thank you for also vindicating this, because oftentimes I don't know what all of this is about. In fact, I look out the window and I don't really know what anything is about. But when you tell me things like that, it makes me feel good, and it helps me understand that whatever it is out here that I'm doing, that we're doing together, is worth something. Because sometimes that's all we need. Sometimes in life, all we need to make it through the difficulty is simply a moment where we can feel better. You know what I mean? I know I've been through those moments in life, and just the smallest of kind word, the smallest of action, somebody to relate to, or some way to zone out helps. And I appreciate that. Thank you for everything that you get from this channel and everything you give to this channel, my friend. I love your last name. Like I said, that is beautiful, Cheryl. Cassandra Ozzy. Hey, Cassandra. Did you listen to... I didn't. Thank you for reminding me. Oh, my goodness. For the Cassie Chambers cover of Eminem. Dang it. Where's my pen? I don't have... I used to have like so many pens in this car. I don't know where... Hang on. Maybe I can get away with the screenshot. I'll never look at the screenshot. I'll have that screenshot for 2 years, and I'll never even look at it. So, all right, look, I'm an Eminem fan. I am. I like Eminem. A lot of his older stuff. I remember. I'm gonna remember. Thank you, Cassandra. Yeah. I will. As soon as I hang up, I'm gonna remember that. Paul Beard. Hey, Paul, how you doing? Come on, guys, hit that thumbs up. Appreciate you, Paul. All right, I gotta roll down now, guys. Like I said, I am so far behind y'all, guys. I just don't want to miss anybody either. I'd like to do like the call-in show again with y'all guys. Just like one at a time. Get to spend 40 minutes to an hour just talking to y'all guys would be so great. Oh, wow. I didn't realize how far up I am. And see, all my little bubbles have gone away. So I can't just hit that and it'll take me there. So I got to scroll through each and every thing here. And we're at an hour and 17 minutes. I gotta go, guys, here pretty soon. Task, thank you, Task 93 threw in $10 for the cause, guys. I'm gonna have to move a little faster. Let's get Task some likes on here, please, guys. Task says, you're a good dude, Matt. God bless. You too, Task. Right back at you, my friend. Thank you for being here and thank you for your support. I gotta roll through, guys. I'm rolling through now. Y'all guys are talking to each other. I'm looking for my name just in case. Wait, what's this? Jay Sports. Hey, Jay. Hey, Matt. How you feeling, brother? I'm feeling good, Jay. I'm feeling hopeful, feeling strong. Finally started doing some push-ups here recently. I'm eating both breakfast or all three, lunch, dinner. So I'm starting to get strong again. It's not just soup, which is good because the Bible tells us humans cannot exist on bread alone. What they didn't say is that humans cannot exist on soup alone either. And bread and soup, still no good. I'm sorry. Now I'm rolling through. Viking. Oh my goodness. Dang. Okay. Like I said, this is good. It's gonna go towards a good cause, my friend. Let me get you a heart and a like. I cannot believe that. All right. Thank you. And thank you for sharing your good life circumstances with us. Thank you for being one of them who gives back and is not selfish. I have a saying, actually, in life, that there are two different kinds of people when it comes to giving. There are the people that have, don't give. The people that don't have, do give. That's not the exact saying and everything. And the few, in my opinion, that do, that get smiled on with some form of good fortune or something, and then they turn around and they put that back, shows a survivor. It shows a person who is true in their heart and in their life. And I appreciate you so very, very much. I hope that your little dog Chica is feeling better. Like I said, I can relate. I've had spine injuries myself, and it's very, very slow. I'm glad that Chica has a good mommy like you, and I know that she'll get feeling better very soon. Okay. Also, I love her name. Isn't the Spanish language really nice? I love how the Spanish language, it just overflows over the entire globe. I know this is off subject, but my original language is obviously English, and then I learned Spanish, and my favorite language I've got is Spanish. Because there's just something about it. I love being able to talk to my friends and stuff, because I've got a lot of friends who are straight out of Mexico and stuff, right? I used to have neighbors and stuff. These guys down here where Jamie lives, and then another dude over on the other side, and I just love that. And so tell Chica that I said hi. All right, tell her I hope that she feels better. And thank you. So, not nerds. Viking threw in 3,000. What's it called? Karn, I think. For the channel, guys, and says, Matt, it was $200, but I wanted to send 5. I have to check if it worked first. Here is 300 more. Happy Christmas. Thank you, Viking. Thank you so much. And I want to say also happy Christmas back to you, as well as happy Thanksgiving. I know that Thanksgiving is solely an American holiday and everything. However, this Thanksgiving, I would like to share my Thanksgiving with you, because one of the things that this channel has been trying to do very hard and has planned for a very long time is provide Thanksgiving dinners for families who do not have it. We were going to buy turkeys and stuff and try and take them around to families and stuff in Orville and surrounding areas, and then everything fell through. And it was the one thing that I just can't do on my own, because I took over everything, right? When everybody else backed out, I took over it all. And because I'm a man of my word, you know what I mean? That's Mad Max. You do what you say you're going to do, right? But I had to give up the dream of the turkeys. I've got a friend who's working on it and everything, which is really cool. So I want to say happy you, because this is also going to go towards Thanksgiving, even if it's sandwiches, you know what I mean? We're gonna, even if we gotta go out and we're just gonna make turkey sandwiches and hand them out to people, but because of you, it looks like that's a reality now. And I just decided, I think that's one thing that we're going to use this for too. Of course, as you know, and as you have said, I will definitely take care of myself as well, right? At the same time, though, we've got to continue with the mission. Never give up, never surrender. I know somebody threw in an emoji there with like their brain blowing up. I'm the same. Yeah. Except somehow my heart has jumped down my chest and is sitting in the other seat. John, thank you, John. John threw in $2 for the cause. Guy says, do you see someone? Hang on, what? Did you see someone robbed bear's camp in Alaska? I don't doubt it. Wow. Okay, I'm not even going to touch that, John. Yeah. I just got to say shame on them. What kind of human being? You know what I mean? Yeah. Now, there's some people in this world suck. And isn't it weird how those people feel so justified? They feel like so justified. For me, you see, living a one-time human experience where I don't know what happens afterwards also kind of helps dictate my reactions in life a lot of times, because I don't know, right? No matter what you read, no matter what you hear, no matter who says when, where, how, none of us know when this mortal coil shoves off, right? What's going to happen. And whether or not the actions here that we have and the way that we have treated other people is going to determine, or is not going to determine, what happens afterwards, right? I just have to forgive them. I hope that they can find forgiveness for themselves for whatever it is they feel so bad about. I do think that people need to just kind of have a little bit more one and only life experience here on this earth, you know? So I'm going to pass on that one. Yeah. But that's all right. I got to say no on my brother Bear. They better not come back. Yeah. Bear not walk back into his camp. I guarantee you that. Scroll on through. Hang on. What's this? Where'd you go, brother? Richard. Hey, Richard. Richard says, hi, Matt. So this is Richard Handel, E20. Cool name, Richard. Hi, Matt. You look and sound good. Glad to see it. Can't wait to see more mountain adventures. God bless. Thank you, Richard. When you remind me. So I figured out last night, I didn't want to do it this way, but nowadays, for some reason, you can't set up a computer sign without having some form of other tech hooked up to it first. I'm not going to go on about that because, like I've said, let me scroll through. But I figured out that I can download my phone, basically. I'm going to drop to the bottom now. I got to scroll so I don't miss anybody. So I'm just going to merge my phone with my computer here as soon as I hang up. And I'll set all the back panels and stuff on it myself once I get hooked up. And then I should be able to drop videos. I've just got to be able to run on it, you know. If it doesn't work, if I can't make it work, that's okay. I can use it for other stuff, like analytics. I can keep track of stuff, maybe store pictures and junk, and then at some point in a future payday, get a better computer. When I get stable, which will be by Christmas, I keep saying, I'm going to get a desktop, which will have plenty of memory and speed, and it'll make edit a lot faster. These computers that I use, they're so slow. Like when I cut a video and patch it together and stuff, it takes like a minute for it to all sync and then put me back into the editor where I can do the next clips and stuff. So if I can get something faster moving out there too, it's really going to help. Hang on. Lori, hi Lori. Lori dropped in $10, guys. Lori must be one of our silent observers too. She bought a comment, said nothing. Thank you, Lori, for being here, and it is so good to hear from you today. Thank you for your support and encouragement. Like I like to say, this channel is made possible by donations from viewers like you. And here at Motel 6, we are going to leave the lights on. No, I should say, here at Motel 6, because of you, the lights are on. Yeah, I like Motel 6. I kind of like that. I don't know, just a nice, cheap hotel room sometimes is just like really nice when you're coming in from the road. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm one of those guys, I don't need much, and God knows I get it. Al Bundy, remember? One of my favorite shows, Married with Children, Al Bundy. I love there's your working class hero. I don't think that we give the actual heroes of the United States of America and other areas in this world enough respect, honestly, because those are the ones that are literally keeping the lights on. The people that don't work the glamorous jobs, the ones that go in every single day and they slug away to provide for their family, and they don't get disappointed. They don't get angry or mad, much like Al, right? He was a hero, really. Bad, right? This dude just kept plugging away, and that's what keeps us running. That right there is what keeps the lights on. So no matter what your job is, no matter what you do, know that you're the hero, especially in today's modern economy and stuff when things are so freaking difficult. Y'all guys are heroes, right? And you're the ones that make it matter. Walter Grieve spent $10 on emoji, guys. Help support the channel. Got a little dude with the backwards hat and he's saying wow with the surprise face. That's so cool, Walter. Thank you. You rock, my friend. Y'all guys all rock. I gotta go, so I gotta get this faster. Paul says, don't forget to show your support by hitting the thumbs up. Thank you for reminding everybody, Paul. Yeah, it's really cool. We've got 340 likes on this broadcast, guys, which is amazing. It just shows the algorithm that we are important. It sends what we do out there further into cyberspace. It's basically the rocket fuel. Thank you also to everybody that's remembered. Once the video goes off, if you've got the time and if you want to, go back into the video, and then down there on the like button thing, there's a little thing that says hype. Y'all guys have really helped out by hitting that button. And don't forget too, you get like 3 shots a week. So find somebody else out there too. Find another channel that you like and enjoy. Go in, hit the like button for them, and be sure to hype it. I do that. I've been hyping for some of my friends out there now. Some of these guys that I watch. And yeah, again, shout out to Jamie for discovering the hype button. Okay. I gotta go. I'm gotta move fast through this, guys. I'm running out of time now if I'm gonna get things to work out. Let's see. So many of y'all guys out there. So cool. I think we're just about there, guys. All right, cool. Very cool. Big, lanky. I love your name, Big. That is hilariously great. That's awesome, bro. Good for you. Let's get Big a heart and a like in here, guys. Big drop $50 EU into the channel. Help support the cause, Big. I appreciate you so much, bro. Thank you for being there. Thank you for your support and your encouragement. This channel is made possible by donations from viewers like you. And here at Motel 6, you're keeping the lights on. Thank you, brother. So Big says, Matt, I've been a huge fan of yours for many years. Missed you when left the show. I worked with people with addiction issues. Any chance of a WhatsApp combo, please? I don't know, Big. I don't use WhatsApp myself. It is not a secure line at all. I'm not going to go into depth on that. I just want to say I would never use WhatsApp. However, maybe in the future, could do some kind of like a Google Meet or something. I kind of like Google Meet for that kind of stuff. Zoom is also good, I think, but I haven't used Zoom or anything. Thank you so much for the work that you do out there with others who need help. Thank you for being such a loyal friend for all these years. A fan anymore since we know each other now a little bit. Let's call each other friends. And thank you so much for what you've done here today for me and what you do for everybody. Anybody that works with others who are struggling or going through issues, in my opinion, is a superhero. And so, you know, whether you've got a cape or not, and the Incredibles recommend not having a cape. Capes hang up. Capes can get in the way unless they're bulletproof, and then I'd wear a cape, but it'd probably be a short cape. Don't get me started now. Just thank you, man. You're a hero. Thank you. John, thank you, John. John dropped in $5 for the cause, guys. Let me get you a heart and a like there, John. John says, I have to run, Matt. I didn't make it to Orville on this trip. Flying home from Spokane now. Stay the course and many blessings. All right, John, you fly safe out there, my friend. Remember, keep flapping. Don't let your arms get tired. And you just have a good trip, buddy. All right. Thanks for everything you do here, John. Thanks for being such a huge part of this channel. All right, guys, we're current. I'm caught up. Such a cool broadcast. Thank you so much, all of y'all guys, for all of your help. This is going to come back. We are going to succeed. No matter what you're going through in your life. And this can be a scary time. Looking out the window, a lot of times I can see that for a lot of us out here, I think this can be a scary time. Uncertainty, loneliness, feeling weak, unprepared. There's a lot of emotions. As I look at the world and I look out my window, I feel my own emotions. I feel the emotions of others who are like me or in similar situations. When we're outgunned and outnumbered in life, and I use all this from a metaphor, it's important not to focus on the end, right? Not to look out and imagine how it's all going to go. What's important is to solve the problem right now, to get through the current situation in this very moment without thinking out too far. Now, a good plan, a good end plan, right? A destination point, all of it, that's important. At the moment, just take care of right now. Lots of us who haven't been in these situations before are going to experience difficulties with ourself. Our instincts used to, when we were in the wild a lot more, were really important and helped us survive. The instinct to run, the instinct to freeze. Nowadays, in this world, the way that things have changed so much since we came out of the forest and built civilization and reprogrammed our brains, those old instinctive responses often are not the right response. A lot of times we will freeze when we should run, or we run when we should freeze. We don't feel our own power, and we see the other side as invincible. So trust sometimes the second instinct is what I would say. And then also everything gets better with experience. The longer we move through difficult situations and circumstances, the more that we learn and the more that we reprogram those instincts. That's the reason that military branches go through training, so that they can train out the bad and train in the good. It's better to have a novice a lot of times who, in any situation, who can be taught the right way rather than trying to correct somebody else's inaccurate programming. That's like for a job or something. Yeah, that's about what I've got. This has been great. I appreciate you. Believe in yourself. Remember, the underdog wins most of the time. And if you look through history, that's what everybody digs. But I'll end with that. Like Keanu Reeves said in The Replacement, right? Replacements. How'd that go? Pain heals. Glory lasts forever. And chicks dig scars. So, yeah. Piece of cake. Bye, guys. I'll try and do another broadcast later, all right? Let you know how things are going.